The display endures essentially undersaturated variety, causing rich reds specifically to seem frail. Battery life will not help you through an entire day of work, way off the mark. Furthermore, in the same way as other thin gaming laptops, intensity and commotion generation aren't great. It merits a look in the event that you find the laptop selling at a decent cost. Yet the screen immersion specifically is bumping in a gaming laptop. Designs: part aluminum construct, light for a gaming laptop at 1.8 kilograms. To a great extent unremarkable speakers. The MSI Secrecy 15M's plan is a piece less striking than other thin and light gaming laptops, like the Asus Zephyrus G15. Its packaging is all dark, and there are no beneficial LEDs, bar those that make up the console backdrop illumination. MSI's dragon badge on the cover and the curiously large air consumption over the console are signs to those in the loop that this is a gaming console. However, it doesn't push that reality right in front of you to an extreme. In certain region of the forum, MSI takes motivation from non-gaming laptops as well. The MSI Covertness 15M weighs 1.8 kilograms as per my scales, and is 17 millimeters thick. Neither of these seem stunning assuming that you're utilized to the specs of common thin and light laptops. Notwithstanding, you get a 15 inches laptop with a devoted GPU that has a weight and thickness equivalent with a non-gaming model. The thick boundary underneath the display doesn't give the MSI Secrecy 15M the sleekest appearance. However, it's just there to match the air admission over the console. Gaming laptops keep on utilizing 16:9 widescreen displays solely, and the MSI Secrecy 15M is the same. Network is alright, yet it needs super quick thunderclap ports. Nonetheless, there may be less vital when you get a regular HDMI 2.0 port and a USB-C that upholds DisplayPort. There's likewise an extra USB-C with 10 Gbps data transmission, and a 2.5 Gbps USB ports, in addition to a combined 3.5mm earphone mic attachment. Its speakers use dynamic processing, and they don't produce astonishing sound. Nonetheless, in the event that you contrast their quality with those of direct companions, the MSI Covertness 15M doesn't run over too inadequately. There's basically no genuine bass, and the mids sound a piece square-shaped. However, the sound isn't totally slim and weedy. They finish the work for relaxed use. MSI considers the Covertness 15M's console a range backdrop illumination console. This implies it has a triple-tone backdrop illumination that, in a strange move, conveys zero power over the varieties utilized. The heft of the keys are blue, the capability keys and number strip up top are pink, and the rightmost keys are orange. While it's a touch more fun than plain white, a solitary variety arrangement could have been more reasonable in what is generally a genuinely clear-headed looking laptop. There are 3 power levels, according to the standard for less high-level backdrop illuminations. The Secrecy 15M key feel is not all that aggressive, however they have a quick person. While activity is shallower than that of the best gaming laptops, long structure composing is very agreeable on this console. The touchpad is not a big deal, however matches most other respectable mid-cost gaming laptops. This is a plastic cushion with an exemplary mechanical clicker, which results in a push-down activity that turns out to be a lot stiffer up towards the highest point of the cushion. Moving your finger to and fro across the surface is squeakier than a glass cushion. However, cuts like this are the standard beyond extremely exorbitant cost gaming laptops. Display: powerless display tone, low most extreme splendor at this level, strong 144 Hz Invigorate rate. Display quality is the absolute most obvious problem of the MSI Secrecy 15M. While I don't think it watches absolutely poor face-to-face, it's essentially more terrible than I'd expect from a 1,500 pounds -16.0 laptop. Variety is the primary problem. The MSI Secrecy 15M covers a bleak 56.4% of the sRGB variety range. You'd hope to see near 100% inclusion in any event, and the deficit is quickly self-evident. Radiant red application symbols look shy on this screen, and rich nature scenes in films simply don't pop however much they ought to. Greatest splendor of 284 nits is genuinely poor, despite the fact that ought to in any case prove enough for indoor play, as long as you don't do as such approach a splendid window. Like most gaming laptops, the MSI Covertness 15M has a matte, reflection-dispersing screen finish. Contrast is likewise disheartening, hitting 781:1 at 150 nit splendor and 934:1 at most extreme brilliance. Every one of the 3 core components, difference, variety, and splendor, are unfortunate given the MSI Secrecy 15M's cost. These are the sort of results I'd hope to find in a genuine spending plan laptop. Fortunately, this screen doesn't look as terrible as the greater part of those boards face-to-face. The display's pixel structure isn't especially noticeable, raising it from horrible to a piece disheartening. Note that it's a gaming customized screen with a 144 Hz revive rate. This implies it can accurately display outline paces of up to 144 FPS. Bizarrely, you can't really bring down the revive rate in Windows, which could help when you need to involve. The MSI Secrecy 15M is a compact productivity machine. Higher revive rates ordinarily utilize more battery duration. The 1080p Gold doesn't look ultra sharp and smooth at 15.6 inches. By the same token, while we'd never have said Full HD is the best fit for center position and low-end gaming laptops, upscaling procedures, for example, AMD FSR and NVIDIA DLSS implies we'll presently take a higher res screen on the off chance that we can get it. The Asus Zephyrus G15 has a 1440p display, for instance, and is probably going to offer predominant picture quality in different regions as well. Performance utilizes the lower power NVIDIA RTX 3060. Great center weight 12th Gen Core i7 computer chip. Feels hot being used, however the cooling system seems successful. The MSI Secrecy 15M is among the main rushes of Intel 12th Gen processor laptops, including the Core i7 1280P chip. It conveys extraordinary outcomes, netting the MSI Secrecy 15M 10,772 focuses and Geekbench 5 a generally 15% knock over the Core i7 11800H, while utilizing less power. Radiant stuff. My most memorable interpretation of the covertness 15M's cooling was that it runs hot. Without a doubt, enormous pieces of the packaging get worryingly hot during play. Notwithstanding, you develop to see the value in it a smidgen more when you consider that yielding a ton of intensity from vents is really an indication of a decent cooling system. The thin and light plan here essentially makes it more hard to confine these hot regions, and it makes the lower part of the laptop heat up perceptibly. It isn't really the cooling to blame, however the manner in which the laptop's casing winds up sucking up an excessive intensity. Utilize a Secrecy 15M to type up records, and it will frequently run totally quiet. All things considered, this isn't your Exemplary Ultrabook. Use it kneeling down, and the fans are probably going to fire up, paying little mind to what you do, in light of the fact that you'll undoubtedly somewhat obstruct the air admissions. Battery life. Under an hour of turned-off gaming. Unfortunate sub-3-hour battery duration for general use. Standard tube-shaped attachment PSU. The MSI Secrecy 15M has a 53.8 WHR battery and a 180-watt power connector. This limit isn't that high for a gaming laptop, which frequently just endures an hour and a half, often accuse even of 99.9 WHR limit. Play meetings with control. Maximizing the GPU yet not the computer processor. Recommend a charge might endure just 52 minutes. What about regular productivity? It endured 2 HRS 50 minutes in PC Mark 10's Advanced Office benchmark. A totally grim outcome. I figured there should be a method for getting this laptop to endure longer, so I attempted YouTube real time. The MSI Secrecy 15M lost 57% charge in less than 2 hours. A test that recommended a full battery is really great for 3 HRS 30 minutes. Indeed, this is a bleak outcome. Finally, thanks for watching this video. See you again next time.